Well, first of all, no classes today, obviously, in observation of Veterans Day. You know, during pregame meal, we talked and asked every kid, name a family member that has served or is serving. So didn't want to lose focus of what this day really means, and to actually play an athletic contest on a day like this is a fantastic opportunity for our kids. And to play the way we did, to hold this team to 60 points and to score 77 after losing a heartbreaker down at that place. It was a big difference for us, but this game is the start of the season. We've talked about our goals, what we want as a team, as a staff, and this team has bought in since the summer, preseason, and during the season so far. Now that competition has started, and I couldn't be more proud of their commitment, and this team is going to be special. And you saw that today. With that said, first quarter wasn't real special, down to many as 7, but came back in that second quarter, put up 33 points, and to go up double digits. So we had a 19-point turnaround in literally less than 10 minutes, and it was the conversations in the huddle were really positive, predominantly driven by our players. They knew what we wanted to do, they knew what we had to do, and they were very, very successful in completing that transition early on. So was anticipating a little bit of pressure from Eastern Kentucky at the end, because they did press us 94 feet last year, and we had some turnovers, but that's a team that made it to the OVC championship game the past 2 years. They've got an SEC transfer in A Queen who can really score off the bounce and is really quick, but this is a fantastic start for our team. And it's a tough start because we've got 4 games in 10 days. So with 2 early morning practices and a Kids Day game on Monday, we've got to look at the film quickly, get ready for another tough Detroit team on Monday who has made it to the Horizon League championship game last year and is really focused on having a repeat season like they did last year.
What got the offense in the second quarter, and in particular Carly, going in the second quarter?
They were extremely loose. They were upset the way they played in the first quarter. We had shots, they weren't going. We were settling for some outside shots, but I thought Carly Santoro did a fantastic job of putting the ball on the ground and scoring off the bounce, getting some offensive rebounds and putbacks, and then she made a couple of threes in that stretch as well. But if she wasn't making a layup, she got to the foul line, and that was the biggest difference. She was 11-14, but a lot of those shots, or a lot of her points came off the foul line. So she was mad. She had 30 tonight, and I know she's thinking she could have had 40 with a couple layups that rimmed out. But it talks about what a competitor she is, and this is the start that she wants, and this is the start of how hard she's worked. It's what she's earned, and really proud of her.
Offensively, the shooting's okay, the threes are okay. The number that jumps out at me is the turnover number. What was the key to keeping? It's only 5. What's the number of getting a number that small in 40 minutes?
Actually, we did a good job in the Seton Hill game of going a lot of high-low and scoring inside off of some easy buckets that way. But I thought Eastern Kentucky did a good job of taking away some of our easy high-lows that we usually can get, and they were fronting it inside. And we did a much better job of turning the corner and getting downhill and attacking the paint, and that was, in my opinion, the big difference right there. And it got once we started to get a piece of the paint, then they started to collapse even more. There was lots of times where we drove baseline and then scored, but then once they closed that up in a hurry, we were able to make the extra pass and get some good looks. But we got contributions from a lot of kids tonight in that second quarter to make that run.
Is there any, the rebounding went to them, was there a concern in rebounding in general for you, or?
Yeah, we got to do better. We didn't reach our rebound goal at all tonight, and we had really have been doing our due diligence about talking how important that is, and they got multiple second and third chance opportunities, and they had a handful of shots that rimmed out. So we were very fortunate, but their post players and Wood and Pierce and Wright are talented and got a lot of buckets. So we cannot out-jump people. We must be very fundamental and have all 5 box out. And that's going to be the name of the game for us to be successful on the glass, night in and night out.
Earlier you said that this is going to be a really special team. Is there something in particular that you see in this team that you maybe haven't seen in, say, previous teams? Or can you elaborate a little more on what makes them so special?
Yeah, they have fun. Like it's a group where when I get upset in practice, it's because they're laughing and goofing off a little too much, and we got to reel it back in. But that's one. But two, they have worked extremely hard during the summer. We have a lot of youth as well, and I've said this before, but the youth has given the older ones energy and given our staff some energy as well. And they've been really fun to be around, and they have. At the end of the day, they're very successful in the classroom and in the community, and our fans are so appreciative of that. And now our team wants to play well and play together, not only for each other, but to say basically thanks fans. Thanks for sticking with us when we had so many injuries, and they understand the bigger picture. I'll give you an example. We had pregame meal. We talked about Veterans Day and who would serve, but every single kid at the end of pregame meal said thank you for their meal. We got it brought in. I don't think that happens with every team. We've had teams do that before, but it was they get it. They really get it, and I think this community and this school is going to really, really bond around this particular team because of the way they've played so far and just the people who they are. So that's your long answer to a short question, but this is going to be a fun group, and they're feeling it. And we've got, don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of things that we need to correct. Rebounding, we can't start out like we did and play like the temperature. We got to be a little bit hotter than what we were at the beginning and make some plays. But it's coming. I'm really happy with the start because this was a game we lost down there last year, and we had a lot of kids that were driven to win today. And that's a team, as I said, that's talented. She's got a lot of young kids as well, but so do we. Just really excited for the fact that we came out like the way we did.